Hello everyone, it's me, Orpheon, your infinite dragon sorcerer here, and oh man, I'm so sorry I was not able to upload a video at all yesterday. I was doing something with my grandpa, helping around the house, cleaning, taking care of some stuff, and oh boy, it took a lot longer than expected, and I had to mow the yard, and oh man, I mean, our house is big, and the yard is big. I mean, we even have 2 properties close to our house. But yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to upload any videos yesterday, but I'm back, and today we're finally gonna be making a what if that you've all been requesting so much. And it is, oh man, I can't wait to say it. It's what if Asta was a Soul Reaper? And yes, you asked and you shall receive. All my subscribers who watch Bleach and love the Bleach manga and all that stuff. Yeah. Bleach, it's a good manga. And I haven't had time to read it, but if any of you have read the manga and have any information about who should I incorporate into this manga, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. But his Zanpakuto is going to be called Koitetsu Kaiba. And it's going to be like a sword because, yeah, all Soul Reapers have Zanpakuto that look like swords. And if you guys have any ideas what Asta's Zanpakuto should look like when it's in its awakened form, and yeah, what he's going to say to his Zanpakuto to make sure it wakes up is breakthrough. Now, breakthrough. Koitetsu Kaiba! And it's going to transform. So he's not going to learn that until later on in this What If series. So, yeah. Oh yeah, also, now that I'm done talking, let's get to that sick YouTube intro that's brand new. Alright, everybody, now let's hit it! Let's get this party started!
Light it up, light it up, light it up. Light it up, light it up, light it
Alright, everyone, this is gonna be the first, well, not exactly the first, this is gonna be part 0 of What If Asta was a Soul Reaper. And let me just say that in this What If series, we're gonna say that this is way before Ichiko was born. So we're gonna say that this is way before the Soul Reapers were, you know, still in the modern age and with the where the Bleach anime is taking place. So I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of changes. So all the events of Bleach, the anime from the start of that anime or the manga where it takes place, yeah, it's gonna happen into that same timeline, sort of. But this is way back from the start of the Black Clover series. Let's just say that in this What If series that the Black Clover anime was the very ancient mythical past of Bleach. This is way before the whole modern day society of technology and all that stuff. So yeah, this is when Ichigo's father, who is a Soul Reaper, basically was fighting a bunch of hollows from a whole bunch of events, recent events, that involve the elves and the royals and the first Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom. So we can safely say that Asta in this what if, he's gonna be sort of like Ichigo's sort of great ancestor, or it's gonna seem that way, but then eventually one of over a few centuries, these Asta end up getting married, became the Wizard King, and after the whole Black Clover anime series ends, and a few centuries pass by, magic is forgotten, magic sort of fade away because people stopped using magic and mana and all that stuff. So yeah, there was no need for magic because technology was advancing to the point where there was no real need for it, and society was flourishing. And everyone in the Bleach anime thinks that all that stuff about wizards and ancient history was just a myth. It never happened. There's hardly any evidence pointing out to it that Black Clover timeline existing. So everyone eventually forgot about the old ways of magic and grimoires, and all the grimoires eventually disappeared, dude. Well, they didn't exactly disappear. They would just be laying somewhere in another plane of existence dormant. Because grimoire is still a thing, it's just they've been just hidden somewhere. They've scattered all across the very confines of mana itself. So since mana was depleting and magic became a little bit unnecessary, and there was no need for it, yeah, this is going to be the groundwork. Let's just say that the Soul Reapers go down to the Black Clover universe, and they basically are killing hollows, because hollows still exist in this time frame, since the Bleach anime and the Black Clover share the same universe in this what if, and it's the ancient past of Bleach. If you guys like this idea, let me know down in the comments. Well, Ichigo's father, he basically was killing a bunch of hollows and exorcising them, saving spirits. But for some odd reason, there are these souls that just lingered. And that's not good. If souls were to linger like Rukia Kuchiki from the Bleach anime, like she said, souls can't linger. Otherwise, they either become hollows or eat human souls, then become hollows, and they can't stick around, otherwise they eventually would turn to hollows. As Rukia said in her poorly drawn sketch, it's explaining it to Ichigo when they first met. And also, every time a Soul Reaper tried to find a way to exorcise these odd elf souls, they just didn't, they refused to move on. They hate humans. And the Soul Society was really worried about these elves, spirits, not being able to move on to the next world. But it's not just that. They actually have a lot of spiritual pressure, which is just magic. Not exactly magic, but elven magic in Black Clover is sort of very different from spiritual pressure. And their spiritual pressure from the elf souls and magic is mixing together, and it's also because of Licht. Licht is actually giving away for all of the elves who were killed by the royals from the Great Elven Massacre. Licht still is in William's body, trying to gather fauna and Raya and that big guy who is called the guy who's obsessed with despair. So yeah, Licht is in William's body, and his soul is basically in William's body and all that. But while he's doing this, the Soul Reapers aren't able to figure out what's going on. What's up with these souls? They can't exercise them. They're not going to the Soul Society. And this is when Ichigo's dad decides he's gonna sorry if I cough. He's gonna take matters into his own hands and try to figure this out. And this is basically when Ichigo's dad meets, we don't know if Asta has any parents, but let's just say that he meets Asta's mother, and she's able to see what exactly the Hollows are, and she scared them, and the Hollows are trying to eat her soul and kill her. Because remember, Fishing Hook Hollow basically killed and ate Ichigo's mother's soul. And let's not forget that Hollows can also attack normal people and eat their souls. So this catches Ichigo's dad. If you guys know his name, let me know down in the comments. He actually is not only trying to save Asta's mom, but he also uses his Zanpakuto to cut down the Hollows. And oddly enough, all these Hollows keep hovering around, swarming Asta's mom and trying to kill her and eat her soul. So Asta's mom thanks whoever this guy is, and not only that, Ichigo's dad asks this girl, "Are you okay?" And she's a sort of like a grown woman. And yeah, if you guys can come up with a name for Asta's mom, because we don't know who Asta's mom is yet. We don't even know if Asta has any parents, but let's just say that she's thankful for this man who saved her from those monsters. And Ichigo's dad asked her, "What is up with those Hollows? Why were they after you?" And she said, "I don't know. Ever since I was little, I was able to see these things. I don't know how to explain it." And then Ichigo's dad decides to protect her and stick around for a couple of years, and eventually, yeah, one thing led to another, and Asta was born. But Ichigo's dad was thinking, maybe since these Hollows are after you, it might be because of your soul. So he not only has to come up with some way to protect Ichigo's sort of, well, not exactly, they're kind of relate. Ichigo and Asta in this whatever kind of related. They have the same dad, but Asta is sort of like a very, very, very distant cousin that Ichigo doesn't even know. So Ichigo isn't even born, or in this What If series. So yeah. And not only that, Asta is born and he's smiling and he's happy to see his mom and dad. But yeah, Hollows appear, and one Hollow, basically named White, went inside of Asta's mom, and this is right around the time when Asta's mom was pregnant with Asta, and White was able to infuse his soul with both Asta's mom and Asta himself. So he's gonna have a hollow, but the hollow's personality is gonna be somewhat different than Ichigo's hollow. So yeah, Asta's gonna be part hollow too, everybody, because a lot of you want Asta to have his own hollow like Ichigo, and he will. He'll develop it later as this What If series goes on. So while this is happening, not only does Asta's mom get killed by a bunch of hollows, but this is around the time when Ichigo's dad was reporting and gathering more information, attacking these hollows that kept on appearing in the Clover Kingdom. And when he found out that Asta's mother was killed by a bunch of hollows, and for some reason her soul wasn't taken to the Soul Society, yeah, that basically terrified him, and he was furious, and he was really upset because he developed feelings for her, and he saved her, and he loved her, but now she's dead. But he then asks, what about her child? And the Soul Society doesn't know about how Asta was born, and he keeps the whole thing secret about him being, well, the father of Asta. So he keeps this whole thing a secret. So he stays up in the Soul Society right up until the Bleach anime starts, when Ichigo's dad meets Ichigo's mom, and you know how the story goes. So he stays up in the Soul Society for the entire What If series. So he doesn't show up until later parts of this What If. Or you guys want to make a poll on, should Asta get to meet his dad since he's related to Ichigo's dad and he's his son? If you guys like this idea, let me know down in the comments. But Asta's crying, and then someone from Haas Village was hearing baby Asta crying, and they take him over to the church, and yeah, this is where Asta is a baby. He's right next to baby Yuno, and this is basically gonna be how this What If series starts. And guys, that's where I'm gonna leave it off this time. If you guys want to let me know, should I change a few things in this What If, you guys just let me know if there's some things I need to change and what I need to fix, and just really let me know if I should redo this part 0 of this What If. And if any of you guys are writers who want to make a whole script for me, please do that in the comments and I'll read your script. I'm looking at you, Oblivion. If you can come up with a script for me, or if any of you want to come up with a story and background for me to redo this whole part 0 of this What If series, I'll do that. If you guys don't like this, the way I said, or the backstory of this What If, just let me know and I'll be able to read your comments, and you can all possibly collab with all of each other in the comments about how this story should play out, and the one with the most likes will have a shout out in the poll in later What Ifs, and you'll have a big role to play, and I'll give you all a shout out of the ones who came up with this idea. So, well, I gotta get started on my next video. Thanks everybody, and well, Infinity Overdrive, infinite realities, infinite possibilities. See you all next time, and all of you, please try to come up with a better background story for this What If Part 0, because I'm hoping I can actually make it a little bit more interesting and make it way better than the way I did in this recording, in this video, because I'm trying to basically come up with stuff on the fly and from what I remember from the Bleach anime and manga. But if you guys can come up with a story for this background, and I'll do a redo of Part 0. So, alright. Thanks everyone. See you on my next video. Catch you later. And all of you, please, if any of you can write a background story script for me, let me please do so in the comments. And as usual, the one with the most likes will be given a shout out. And catch you later. Thanks everybody.